I have been really struggling with my nonlinear brain getting organized and trying to keep up with things I care about. For instance, I wanted to just take a few notes on my physical attention, my efforts for life-changing services. I've got some what I call foundation binders. See, one of the things that I struggle with in my own marriage with the synergy side of things is my wife doesn't know where I'm at a lot, like in my head. She's like, "Where are you? What are you doing? Like, you are all over the place." Luckily for me, she has a similar brain when it comes to that kind of broad application of ideas. And so she has compassion for me, I have compassion for her. We support each other, but we also struggle with communication on where we're at. And so by looking into this Freeform thing, I'm experimenting with it. Also, my staff members sometimes struggle with, "I don't know where you're going with this," or "What are you doing?" And they're really patient with me on like, "What?" And I'm going, maybe if I could diagram it out more, people could see what's going on in my head and it would come together in a more clear fashion. I'm emphasizing this for two reasons. One, for personal stuff, because if you do DPARs, but you're all over the place with your DPARs and you can't like feel like you're building and growing. I don't do very well with the like linear growth thing, but if I can look at something like this and I can see that, you know, it's broadening, it's expanding, it's applying to more areas, it's getting more fulfilled, I'm going to come up with a way to check successes, like I've completed this one, I've succeeded in this area, I've finalized that product or that service or that mentality. Then I can feel like the reward of it all. So you can do unlimited number of boards. There's a lot of things that aren't being shown here that you can do. Unlimited sticky notes that you can put all over the place on a screen. So that's what this button up here is for. Anyway, the secondary reason for it is if you struggle to share your mind with your spouse, what goes on in your head, so that you struggle with interconnectedness, this can be helpful if you're not linear. If you're linear, you can just write it in an outline form, but I'm not very linear. Put it in, this is under my personal development. I'll come back to this and break it down into specific words, but I just was able to grab a piece of the scriptures and plop it right in here. So these are some of the easy things that can be done. Now, for those of you who like to do more of a Benjamin Franklin approach to the personal development, what he did is he listed many personal characteristics, and then he would strive to achieve the experience or sensation of those characteristics. So this would fit perfectly with that approach. Mutuality, reciprocity, unity, interdependence, long-suffering, gentleness, meekness, kindness. So what he would do is he would just list those characteristics and then give himself a score on how well he did during that day, and he kept it in one of those little leather notebooks, and that's how he kept attending to his personal development.